don't do a lot of things because I go sit down, I'll say no. My sister is in school. I have sisters in school. I don't do baby girl lifestyle. People think I'm like, I have a lot of reason because I go sit down, I know where I'm coming from. I've been hustling all my life. I've been struggling all my life. My younger ones, I finished from school. I saw myself through school. I made sure my younger ones went to school. My sister can't graduate. Dangote trailer, he continue in journey. Like say in goats. If you miss a Dangote trailer, don't they people before Dangote don't buy markets. That's what me I have to say. Because I don't know what that manager is doing at the court instead of the hospital. My sister's leg right now, the other leg, we're currently deciding what to do because Dangote, my sister has been damaged for life.
Okay, this is such a horrible story to tell, and this is one that is making a lot of people feel very bad, not for just Fina, but for her sister that was actually the victim in this case. Imagining raising your sister and literally working so hard to make sure that she finishes her studies, and 6 days after the lady graduates, she experiences a very fatal accident. And in this case, it was one of Dangote trucks. So we all know that the billionaire Dangote is not directly involved in this, but of course he's the one that will take responsibility for it because it's his business. And one of his truck drivers ran into Phyna'S sister that was on a bike. She was in a bike with a bike rider, and this truck driver ran into her. And because of him running into Phyna'S sister, the lady Ruth Otabor, that's Phyna'S sister's name, the lady literally had one of her legs crushed directly by this trailer, and the leg had to be amputated immediately so that she would survive. And now the doctors and the medical experts are saying that they might need to amputate the other one. So this is just a very terrible, horrific, and a sad thing. So there are some things that happen in life that even your money can't solve. Fina has made money. She has tried her best to be able to hustle and be successful and make money. But this kind of incidents these are systemic incidents that can be reduced by a mile by simple policies by the government. Why will a bike man and a trailer man be driving on the same road at the same time? How do accidents like this happen? What are the policies in place that can reduce this? But this is not the whole aim of this particular video. So this situation that Fina is going through is such a terrible one, and of course Dangote has to be held accountable, and the company came out to say that they are taking responsibility for the whole thing. They released a press release and they said that they are taking responsibility for the whole thing. But Phyna'S disappointment is that there was no immediate action from the Dangote management on the well-being of her sister. Sister was in the hospital. She had to be the one trying to make moves instead of the management focusing on the health situation of her sister. We are more focusing on the law aspects, on the legal parts of the whole thing, how they'll be able to protect themselves in the legal sense so that they don't really lose so much money. Of course, they'll lose money because Fina, regardless of her growing up without a silver spoon, she has the clout. She has made a name. She has the clout. Might not necessarily have the influence, but she has a voice. And this is why this case is being talked about today. So the thing that has happened now is that the Dangote Cement Group, they've released a press release saying that they are going to take responsibility of the sister's situation. So let's read the press release together. So this is their press release. Following the recent road incident in Auchi, Edo State involving one of our trucks, which sadly resulted in injury of Mrs. Is she a Mrs. or a Miss? Which sadly resulted in the injury of Mrs. Ruth Otabor. Senior officials from Dangote Cement PLC, together with our insurance team, promptly visited the scene, engaged with law enforcement authorities, and visited the victim and her family in Urua Specialist Teaching Hospital, Edo State. This action reflects our unwavering commitment to the well-being of those affected. We are ensuring full support of Mrs. Otabor, including comprehensive medical care and appropriate compensation in line with Dangote's group's welfare policy. Our thoughts remain with Mrs. Ruth Otabor and her loved ones, and we wish her full and speedy recovery. This is so corporate, and we see very little emotional um, empathy involved in their press release, especially the fact that the diverse effect on it. We thank God that the lady is still alive and she hasn't lost her life, but the diverse effect on that lady's life experience going forward, her health and everything. So it's just like the fact, the part of this press release that is even making me angry is the part that makes it look like a CSR and as if they are trying to sell themselves as good people. This action reflects our unwavering commitment to the well-being of those affected. It looks kind of like they're salesy, like they are trying to promote their brand with such a very bad and horrific experience. So, but anyway, it's a good thing that they have come out to take full responsibility of it, and also that they have come out to say that they are going to take the financial responsibility and also the insurance part of the whole thing. But this is this is Phyna'S reaction to the statement released by Dangote Group. So this is what Fina said. Fina said, appropriate compensation, quick recovery for an already amputated leg. What necessary speed are you taking right now? Let's not forget the bike man is also in a very critical condition. Dangote Group, who gave you permission to snap any member of my family and post it online? What disrespect! You sent staff members to the hospital today and decided to turn it into content? I just pray this kind of picture didn't happen with my sister. And moving forward with what is at hand, no account should be there, should no account on no account should there be a discussion, meetings, or whatever the future holds, and there is a camera in sight. Plus, what do you mean by Mrs. Otabor, Mrs. Ruth Otabor? What narrative are you about to start? Una dey play justice for Ruth. So, like I said, Mrs. I thought it was supposed to be a miss, and they wrote the Mrs. twice. So I don't know where they even thought that this young lady, because she's younger than Fina, how is this lady a married lady? Because from what Fina has been saying, Fina never mentioned that her younger sister is married. And that's why I was reacting the way I was reacting. And clearly, Fina has also said it that you guys, this your press release is literally just a fake one to cover face, because the lady is a miss. She's not married yet. What agenda are you trying to do? And also the fact that they send staff and they are putting cameras to try to cover their face. So we understand how companies work and how they are trying to protect their legal end. Actually, the fact that they know that they're not just this is not just happening to a nobody. This is happening to someone that is a direct member of an influential person in the society and in the social space. And that's why they are trying to, do what they call brand management and just try to cover it up. But to me, to be honest, this is not enough. This is not enough. There's supposed to be some form of immediate action, interaction with Fina directly. The press release that they put out, it doesn't just feel authentic and it didn't feel genuine. It just felt like a corporate press release that they just told their copywriter, please draft out something, let me look at it and let's post. So that's what it feels like. But that aside, there is also a picture of the driver, the culprit that was involved in this, that ran into the bike, the boy that was driving it, because I wanted to say the man, but this guy looks very young. He's a man, of course, he's a legal adult, but he looks very young, um, to be driving such a big truck, even though we know that age sometimes doesn't really apply to the skill of driving, but usually it's all older drivers that are more experienced, and it's older drivers that you see that they know how to handle the road better and handle these their large trucks on the road. So just look at this young guy. Look at him. Look at his face, and this is the guy. So there's no audio to this to show to show what they were asking him and what they were telling him. But our heart really goes on to Fina, justice for Ruth Otabor, and really they need to be media coverage or media attention on the actions that Dangote Group is actually taking. We need to know the numbers. We need to know the medical amounts and whatever they are doing, like the clear figures that they are investing on this lady, because this lady's life has changed totally. Her life has totally turned around. She has gone from being a full healthy female lady to a cripple for life. The only way she'll be able to walk is with um, prosthetic legs. That's the only way she'll be able to walk. So this is such a life-changing experience for the lady, and it's such a sad one, to be honest. So I will understand Phyna'S pain, and her pain is very valid and justified. And this is just a sad one that I don't know. I think Dangote Group needs to do better in the way they're handling this, because it's a sensitive situation. And we understand that they're trying to protect their brand name, but they need to do better. They need to try to be better and show more empathy towards this lady, because she's a victim of their own activities and they must bear the costs. It's just what happens. It's part of the whole having a business thing. But anyway, with that being said, tell me what you think about the situation. It's such a sad situation, and our hearts goes out to Fina, justice for Ruth Otabor. And guys, tell me what you think about this. I'll go by the name East Coast Prince. This is Storyteller Nigeria, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.